Joseph Cumia, you're on Dysfunctional Podcast.
Oh, fucking lucky me.
I was just going to say that, Joe. Fucking lucky you.
Denise, how you doing, Paul?
Good, we're doing good. We wanted to talk about Trump and all that a little bit because my friend here, Chris, is a
You
big...
wanted to talk about Trump? Oh, no, honey. I want to talk about Trump.
But before that, I wanted to get your opinion. Our good friend Big A, he's upset because Denise doesn't let him talk on the show. But then Denise says that she doesn't know he's going to talk, so she keeps talking. So we're trying.
He must be upset with the fucking world. There's problems talking anywhere.
Yeah.
I love Big A.
I know, I love Big A
Holy
too.
shit.
We all love Big A, but how do I know when he's not in the studio with us that he wants to talk? Am I a mind
Well, you know why? Because you'll hear this. You'll hear this. That's
exactly, and I didn't hear
So
it.
Denise doesn't know whether or not he's actually jerking off at that point or if he wants to speak.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He does. He always wants to speak.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of himself not allowing himself to speak.
When we interview people,
it's usually after what is it, STs or SRs?
STs.
Yeah.
ST, right?
If you go to the doctor,
I've been through that. Many a drunken late night with Big A.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I got a text message. Let's see if this is Big A now. Oh no, it's Bobo saying I'm out at the game with my uncle.
Who gives a fuck? Bobo.
You know what's funny? When Bobo calls our show, his mum he says, "You want to say hello to my mom?" And he puts his mum on the phone, and then she's on for like 4 hours.
Oh my God.
That woman does not stop talking.
Last time she was on, she started going on about how Bobo had how many surgeries was it? Like
47.
47 surgeries when he was 6, and she wouldn't tell us what they were for. But then she's like fucking nearly crying, and I'm like prodding her, going, "It's okay, he'll be okay." And then she's like, "Oh."
You know, one night my girlfriend was referring to Bobo all night as Daniel.
You're like,
and
who's that?
I had no fucking clue who she was talking about. I had no idea who she was talking. She was like, Daniel's over there. They're doing a body painting. It was some kind of body painting night. And she kept on talking about Daniel. And I'm like, who the fuck is Daniel? No, people are calling him Bobo. Like, oh, Bobo. All right, now I know who he is.
If you were
jump in the pool with a hamburger.
If you were body painting fucking Bobo, after about 2 minutes of talking to him, wouldn't you just write cunt on the back of his head and that'd be the end of it?
Isn't that permanently tattooed there?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Christ.
Oh my God.
So what was it? What was it about Trump that you wanted me to?
No, it was just in general because we know that you just you get into just the occasional disagreement on Facebook or Reddit about Hillary and Trump, and we.
Oh no! Stop me. Go on.
Chris is a big Hillary supporter.
Every once in a while. But you know what? There the extremes either way are just fucking ridiculous. This is the most cartoon-like election year I've ever lived through. And honestly, I'll tell you something. I'm 57 years old. Just turned 57 in July, and I've never voted, not once.
Really?
Not for prom queen. Okay. I've never voted. Not a single time. Never been picked for jury duty. That was a nice byproduct. Yeah. This year, I am representative of, I can't tell you how many middle class, white American males, middle-aged, middle-class white American males that I've met personally on the street, stopped and talked to, that said they've never voted. They've just never cast a ballot. They've never voted.
Wow. You want to know something? I only vote
they're registered.
president.
Denise voted for Obama twice, by the way, just so you know.
I only vote for presidents.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't vote all these other stupid things. I could care less.
I remember when Obama was running the first time, I went into the voting booth and I was looking for Nig and I couldn't see it, so I fucking...
Jesus Christ.
No, I swear.
What are you talking about? Nick was another guy that was running. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, are you sure Paul's still allowed to is still allowed to compound?
Oh, God, do you have trouble speaking too?
I was doing my Big A impersonation.
Oh, okay. I was just Just saying.
He's always permitted.
Yeah.
Always permitted entry to the compound.
I've had a bad run.
Shit, I wish I could ban him from our home.
Yeah. Big A.
Nah, that was a misunderstanding. It was a big misunderstanding.
Yeah. It was.
But
He has a
it
big
happened to be
mouth.
going on at a time that was not very good to be posting anything.
Yeah, exactly.
On social media.
Yeah.
And Paul was like, "Here, I got this for you, mate. I got this for you. Let me see over here. Oh, you know what I heard the other day? Here we go. All that sort of shit. Shut the fuck up.
I just shut the fuck up now.
I was saying to him, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Wrangling going on.
Yeah.
Jesus
Trust
H.
me.
Christ. And that was when I was like, you know what? Yeah, no. You could stay home.
Yeah.
And then, but then I relented.
Yeah.
He got the shit from me on that.
You've been around entirely too long, Paul.
Well, I actually got mad at Big A about that whole thing without getting into all the details. But Big A basically, he couldn't. You could tell that I had a problem when Big A's like, well, you have to ask Joe. I'm nothing to do with it. I'm nothing. I can't. Because before I even knew that we had a little issue, fucking Big A's. I'm like, hey, am I coming? And he's like, oh, you have to ask Joe.
Well, he was really sensitive around that time. That might have been the time that he fell asleep on my tripod. He was taping a show and he fell asleep. Like while he was taping the show, his rock cut, I think, and he fell asleep on top of my tripod and collapsed the whole fucking thing. It looked like a cartoon. It was just amazing. I was like, you better ask Joe.
Do you remember
How
the
you doing,
time
Andrew?
when Anthony's chair broke?
Andrew actually.
And he sat down on a chair, and then all of a sudden the chair was broken, and he disappeared.
Joe, I don't know if you realize, but
Andrew.
Andrew actually hung up on Denise when Denise told him that it was her fucking show and he's no one.
I didn't say that. No. Yous were saying that I couldn't speak, and I'm like, whoa, wait a second.
No, we didn't say you couldn't
Isn't
speak.
this
We
the
said you
Paul
couldn't
and
speak.
Denise? I said, isn't this our Paul and Denise show?
With Big A, he has the Jim Norton billing.
Okay, but the point of the matter is, if I'm not allowed to fucking speak,
No,
then
you
don't
are.
fucking have me on.
But you have to pause. Joe, do you know how
How the fuck am I supposed to know when he's talking when he's not in the studio with us?
Joe, do you know how awkward it is when we interview someone and I have to go, okay, Big A, what's your question? And then
And
there's
we're
like a...
sitting there and it's like dead silence, dead
No,
air. Like,
it's
hello?
it's
This
40
way, man.
It's 40 seconds.
It burns a lot of time.
I know.
It's good. Takes up some time.
Yeah,
Don't get mad.
Hey, I wish I had somebody like that on my podcast.
Oh, you still have a podcast?
No. I'm Big A.
Oh.
If I had Big A, I'd still be on the second question.
You could give Big A. You can give Big A his own show, and you can just call it the Quiet
Well,
Channel.
if Big A came here on any day, we'd do another show. We have all the setup. We're like Joe has the whole setup in his basement. He has the green screen and all that shit.
Yeah.
You want to know something? We can do a podcast for the deaf, and we could have him as the host because no one.
We wouldn't
know
even
that
need him
he
to come in.
can-
We could just.
No one would.
We could
And
just.
now he's definitely not going to fucking call.
I've been toying around with the idea of bringing mine back. I don't know though. Yeah, you know, it's kind of tough. It's kind of like Anthony trying to go and be a musician. You know what I mean?
There's a
He could definitely be a singer.
There's a soundbite right there.
You really suck on guitar, Anthony.
Yeah.
You're fucking horrible. I caught all that shit early on, but you know, I ended up getting through probably 60 podcasts,
Yeah.
which was more than I figured I'd ever do.
Right.
But I'm still set up for it. I
Yeah.
just have to do it.
Yeah, you know, you've got all that encouragement from those jerk-offs on Reddit that fucking tear your whole show apart inch by inch.
Yeah. Where? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of it.
Well, I got
just,
I got in trouble in Reddit last week because we had Kurt Metzger on right in the middle of all that shit with Amy Schumer and all that stuff. And
Right.
we were playing a video, and I was playing the video on the screen, and fucking Kurt Metzger's phone number pops up right in the middle of it.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, screen cap. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Got to change your fucking number, dude.
But I tell you what, obviously the people on Reddit were having a weird day because what happened is one guy saw it and he called him up on the phone and he told him that he supported him, and then fucking Kurt called me and I deleted it real quick. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
like, that's fucking. I'm
That's
like, what the
amazing.
fuck is it? What? Who took Reddit and replaced it with normal people?
Oh look at the Reddit name. It's Mother Teresa.
Yeah.
That's the fucking Reddit name. Yeah. Unbelievable, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I had some fun with those guys.
Yeah.
And now I just don't now I just totally don't acknowledge anyone.
Well, I have
Stay
to,
away from it.
let's just get this out there. You know, you're probably going to hang up on this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. I want everybody.
Never hang up.
Everybody on Reddit says that you get a check in the mail from Anthony every week because you were the one who took him to BIB. Not BIB.
No, it's every month.
Yeah.
So they're completely and totally wrong. But it is true. But it is true. I'm going to be honest with you, man. It is true. I'm not going to divulge numbers.
Yeah.
But and believe me, what's been reported is like, boy, if I had that, you think I'd be humping Marshall fucking amplifiers every weekend? You think I'd be doing that? No. I'd be enjoying life. Listen.
Child support is expensive.
Originally, here's the original agreement. Anyone that wants to hear it. The original agreement was this. Anthony started out being a lead singer for my band, and actually not even for my band, for another band. And I saw him a couple of times with his band back, we're talking 25, 30 years ago. And I was like, you know what? He's pretty good. Ant, would you like to sing for a band that I'm putting together? And we got together and did it. And we always decided that we decided together that if either one of us were to become anything, over the top, rich, spectacularly fucking, popular or wealthy or whatever, that we would take care of the other.
Right.
This is between brothers.
That's family, though.
No motherfucker in the world has any business, even discussing or mentioning anything about this. This is between brothers, and this is something that very few families have.
I think if suddenly you couldn't work and you couldn't pay your mortgage, Anthony would pay your mortgage because that's just the kind of guy. He's very generous. He's even to me. I mean, he's never wrote me a check, but he's always been a very stand-up guy, and you can tell he gives a shit about his family. Like, I mean, he would take care of your daughter if something happened. He would,
Yeah, but that's all that dude. I can't even tell you that really, like deep down, that's Anthony, myself, and Dawn. We grew up with nothing, man. We had nothing. We were pure dirt farmers, not a fucking thing. My mom was on public assistance. My dad left us early. We did free lunch in school. Dirt farmers. And all of us got very lucky.
Right.
It's a lot of luck. I don't look at myself as being, observing of the things that I've been blessed with, or Anthony for that matter. He's a funny guy. You know how many fucking funny guys there are out there?
Right.
Yeah.
It was a synergy. It was something that between Anthony, myself, and the music, the comedy, and our interest in radio as kids listening to Howard and Imus and everyone else, and every popular radio show host growing up. When the time came, we were kind of prepared for to make a move that we didn't even know we were making at the time.
Right. You just wanted to get a stupid song played on the radio.
Right. And when Anthony met Opie, and that was as Opie told everyone about on the the 20th year interview that they did with Ronnie. Mm-hmm. That was it never would have happened. I mean, hadn't it been for the everything involved, the music, the parodies, me being the driven guy was. Anthony would have Anthony would have been out on his jet ski drinking beer. I mean, everyone did. He got off work, went out on his jet ski, drank beer, and sang when I called him up and told him it was time to go sing. I was a little more. I don't know. I had a little more of like the Dawn side of how driven my sister is.
Yeah.
I kind of have a little bit of that and a little bit of Anthony, which really makes me a big fat fucking zero.
Yeah, exactly.
Dawn is driven. Dawn's super driven, and Anthony's super funny. Right. I'm like, lukewarm funny.
Yeah.
Driven. Yeah. I'm driven enough to get Ant on the radio.
Right.
And that's it. That's where that agreement was made.
Well, that's why you do good as a manager. That's why you do good putting these bands together, because you know how to make people. Just because you can't make yourself that big person, you know how to do it.
Right.
Right.
Well, when it became apparent that Anthony was going to be the guy, and believe me, it didn't happen right away. But he realized after you know, after a couple of shekels got tossed in the bank, that he's like, okay, I'm in that position now. And trust me, man, if I had been, if I had been the big earner, it would have gone the same way the other way around.
Of course.
And Anthony would be getting fucked with by the people on Reddit. Not that he isn't, but you know,
Right,
I mean,
of course.
but it comes down to just, you know, keeping your word when it comes, you know, when it comes to family and close friends, and that's the way we've always been.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I get fucked with on Reddit, and I got 9 listeners, so.
Wow, that's 2 more than me.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man.
Oh my God. So,
all right, Paul, I'm gonna hang.
Okay.
I'm almost home. And,
all right, cool.
I'm on my girlfriend's phone because mine's
Thank you
dead.
for calling.
We appreciate you calling in,
Tell
Joe.
us that
Thanks,
hi.
Joe.
And we'll probably
No worries, man.
We'll probably want to call
We'll see you guys. Yeah, we'll see you guys next weekend, right?
Yeah, and
Yep.
we're going to have you call on the show around election night so you can fucking help us talk shit to people.
I may just be doing a special broadcast
Oh, cool.
on election night. I might think. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
maybe
cool.
that'll be my big comeback.
I'm
There
going
you
to
go.
My big podcasting comeback.
I should
Like
come
a
and tell
big
everybody who to
call
vote
to
for when I can't
Yeah.
vote because I'm not a citizen. So I just come in there and say, you should vote for this. And they'll be like, who you voting for? I'm like, I can't. I think I have a month and a half left to get my citizenship so I can go vote for Trump. We had a gay guy on last week that is in that movie Birth of a Nation.
So you can come in the booth with me, man.
Yeah.
Come on in the booth with me.
Right.
I'll be like, this guy's my buddy. He's coming. Hey, you know what? They got all kinds of friggin' Muslims and repeat Mexican goddamn voters being bussed in to vote for the bitch.
Right.
So hey, why not?
Yeah.
I want to bring my English pal in. I want to bring you in a booth with me. Who you voting for? Trump?
Oh, my
Yeah, come
God.
on. Come on. We'll make a party out of it.
Yeah, and on your way out, Jen Cumia will be outside with a cop looking to get some money off you.
That's too funny.
Can you explain
all right,
it?
kids?
How does someone spend $2 million? Can you just explain that to me?
Paul, he wants to leave.
I know he
Shut up.
does, but I want to know the answer to that question. How do you blow $2 million?
I don't know, but you ask who would you blow for $2 million? The answer's pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
I'm out of here, man. I gotta go.
All right,
Peace.
take care.
Thanks, Joe.
See you, Joe.
Thank you.
All right, guys, be well.
All right, bye.
You
now.
too.